Oh, that's not what. That's nope.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
If you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Nice.
Fixed it all around.
Yeah, everything was working on the Zoom call, and then I switch over, and it's like, nah, we're done now. We don't want to work anymore.
Oh.
It's
Permissions. Permissions.
I have too many audio inputs for a motherboard this old, so it gets mad. Yeah, it's fine. We're all fine. Everyone is fine. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, there.
That's the only
I've tried-
singing ever that you will.
We do that at work. We'll be like, everything is fine, everything is cool, and then someone will start singing. And I have threatened to play the Lego Movie on repeat at work more than once.
You should.
Like, I'll do it, guys.
Don't
test
me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is Thursday, January 20th.
Jesus, where's my pen? Why do I always use my pen? There.
2022. I don't like this setup, so you're going over here. Okay. Are we all Gucci?
Yes,
As
ma'am.
Gucci as I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Not funny.
Not funny.
Okie dokie. All right.
What's
So-
in the glass? It looks like orange soda.
It's
No.
classier though.
Yeah, it's so much classier. Because I am a classy bitch.
Of course.
Why is my webcam so blurry when I back away from it? Oh well, I don't know. Also, it is, Gatorade Zero.
Is it really drinking Gatorade
And
Zero out of a
vodka?
wine glass?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
With
Okay,
the
this is
vodka
the part
in it,
where-
thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
there's alcohol in there.
There is
Okay.
alcohol.
Or
No,
Gatorade.
just
Don't
Gatorade.
do that.
This is the part where we have the pregame banter before you put the video on YouTube.
Yeah, this is it. I'm already
Yes.
recording, so like, get it out now.
I am drinking my Gatorade vodka.
I'm getting
There's
into character. Clearly, their favorite flavor is orange.
I am a
There is
classy
definitely
bitch.
rum in my Coke. Actually, this is bourbon. I there is not rum in my Coke. It is bourbon.
Yeah, well, you're so
Right.
misleading. Way to go.
I know. I already lied to
That bitch has
you know,
wine.
our theoretical viewers. I have already lied to.
That
in the
bitch
first
is
5 minutes.
actually being classy.
It's Woodford
Nice.
for
Nice.
when we get sponsored.
All right, cool cats and kittens.
Okay.
Can I go back? I'll play it again.
Can't see my candle. I want to see my candle.
Play away, Miss Baskins.
We don't talk about Brynn. No.
You're gonna
That's
say
not
we don't talk
comes on.
about Carol Baskin.
We don't talk about Carol Baskin.
Do we not? Is there some sort of historical taboo that I need to know about? Is it just in general, or like?
Well, she did kill her husband, whack him. And you
Get 'em,
can't convince me.
daggers.
You can't convince me that it didn't happen.
I'm having flashbacks to 20, like I don't know,
God.
April? Was it April of 2020?
Yeah, remember when we all first went into lockdown? It was like, oh, Tiger King. Yeah, this is fine.
like
that
we
was
Now
need
so
here
long
we
we
are.
need
ago.
some
Never watched it.
I never finished it. I watched like 5
so
episodes, but
I watched it like
legit
twice.
so y'all may or may not know I'm best friends with Ethan's new boss.
Mhm.
I was his old boss and now I'm best friends with his new boss and she lives with me when she's working. Yeah, so like 4 days a week. And we legit I'm like, this show's terrible. And I watched 2 episodes with my husband. He was like, nah, I can't do this. So I went upstairs because this was when we were first furloughed. And I'm like, Ryan, you need to watch this. And so we're both like, oh my god, did you get to the part? And we're like watching it together via text.
yeah, I do that.
It was not good, but we did it.
It's
It
like
was
a
like a whole afternoon, you know?
That's how you get through that, though.
yeah, one
True,
day
yeah.
and then you're done.
Right? And then you go, what did I do with my life? There were 8
Yeah.
hours. I could have planted a tree.
But nah, you were watching Tiger King instead.
I need to just go and watch like the last episode just to know how it ends.
You won't know
Oh,
what's
there's-
going on.
No, there's no, you gotta do the whole thing. You gotta just
I
finish
did
the whole
like-
thing. But
I got to like episode like 5 or something and stopped.
it might be
Mysterious
too late now
musical.
though. Like that's what I remember from April of 2020 is the richness, like 2 meme harvests that I would say are the meme harvests of all time, and it was last season of Game of Thrones and Tiger King.
Yeah.
Like those are you just can't approach that level of meme ever again. It's just
No.
not gonna happen.
All right, motherfuckers.
Alright.
All right.
Whoa.
When we last left off, you had vanquished the last of a horde of undead and been welcomed back into the underground tavern that is the Hickory Cork. There, you managed to massage some information about the city and its upcoming festival from one of the tavern owner-operators, Dagon. He spoke a little on the O'Dowds, a magical family that has been missing for some time, and a little on how he has been working to protect the town from wayward undead wanderers from the graveyard nearby, mentioning that never before had they been quite as hostile as they have been this year. After retiring for the evening, you all woke to compare notes over a delicious smoked breakfast, following which the matriarch of the Hickory Cork family, Ellie, asked if you would be willing to hang around for a few more days and give Dagon a hand keeping the defenses up at the edge of town, as the guards have their hands full with the influx of tourists for the festival. You headed into the town with a hit list for the day, and started out with some browsing through the many stalls beginning to set up and display their wares for the festival. While you were browsing, you simultaneously picked up on a presence that felt familiar to at least one of you, and spooked a thief in the crowd. They attempted to flee, but couldn't outrun the fleet-footed Vaughn, so turned and in 2 quick strikes incapacitated your monk. As they continued to flee, Darby and Solace gave chase, picking up a sprinting Relm, while Brynn brought Vaughn back to consciousness, who now boasts 3 pale little lines of scar tissue on his jaw, from where sharp claws had cut his skin. When they realized they could not outrun Darby's equine wild shape, they used a strangely familiar item to disappear into an explosion of smoke and sparks, ending your pursuit and making their escape. As you gathered again to take stock of what had happened, you were interrupted by the thundering of heavy hooves from the direction of Omershire. Up rode 3 large war horses, atop the strongest, a muscular black horse clad in shining silver armor that looked equal parts ceremonial and functional, sat an equally armored knight. They withdrew their weapon and pointed it down at you. You there! The voice is strong, commanding, and decidedly feminine, and the tip of their sword sweeps slowly to point at each of you. There's a pause, and her body language shifts a little bit, easing back. Her helmet, a polished silver, with a long blue feather protruding from the top, turns with her head as she starts to scan the horizon. We received word of a thief in dark leathers, running from people in the street. With one gauntlet in hand, she comes to pull the helmet off properly and rests it on her thigh. Her face is tanned and weathered from sun and age. She has silver blonde hair pulled tight against her head in neat braids. Behind her, The guards framing her approach a little closer, and then pull back on their steeds and begin to trot out into the fields around you. I get the feeling you may have been the people they were running from. Where have they gone?
They use some kind of magic to disappear, unfortunately.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Brynn will look pointedly over to Relm.
She follows the stare.
It seemed to be some sort of smoke bomb sort of thing that she was able to disappear inside of.
A bomb?
Not
Is this magic or a pyromaniac?
perhaps bomb was the wrong word. A ball of some sort that emitted smoke when she threw it to the ground.
Make a persuasion check.
Starting out good. Let's see
No,
what
you
that
got this. You got this.
Oh,
You
maybe.
can do it.
You can do it.
Persuasion. Oh, okay. -1, so 14.
So she stares at you hard for a little while, and then snaps her attention up and goes, Gilbert, Thomas, search the area, look for footprints. I have a feeling they're not far. And those other guards brought off into the distance. Now, who are all of you? And what were you doing chasing a thief?
I, for the record, didn't want to chase them, but my friend went after them, but they've stolen from us. So here we are.
Hello, my name is Darby. They took all of my money, so I chased them.
Okay.
Yes.
You're a very strange looking bunch.
We
Not
look ourselves
really.
over like we're like, what?
It's not really a very kind thing to say, is it?
I don't
just-
mean to offend. I just wouldn't consider any of you the type to go chasing after rogues.
Oh, well, Darby can turn into a horse. They're very quick.
It's very true. I'm very good at being a horse.
Was there a point to telling them that?
They did run very, very, very fast.
So therefore, if you're a horse, you have to chase a
Okay.
rogue. I guess. I'm sorry.
Well, they did lose all of their money.
They did
and
lose all of
We
it.
do need money to survive here, so it seems important that one might recover one's money.
They
Yes,
could not
I
outrun a horse.
will maintain I only chased because they took literally all of my money.
Uh-huh. I take it none of you are from around here.
No.
Not even close.
She kind of deflates a little. Tourists, then?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Are you by chance Alice?
I am. I assume my reputation precedes me.
Oh, look, we don't even have to
Yes.
go to the tower.
Oh, yeah.
What on earth were you going to the tower for?
To see you.
Yes, we got your name from Dagon, an innkeeper.
Uh-huh. I'm
He
familiar.
said that you may have some information. And now and then he's gonna look at Brynn. The same look that she gave him.
Oh, I see how this is going to go. I wish to enter the O'Donnell estate. I am a family friend, or rather my mother is a family friend. Yes, that's it. Is she frozen? Am I?
Yeah,
She's
frozen.
either frozen or judging us harshly.
She's judging me so harshly. I'm like, what did I
Is
say?
Wade also
wrong?
frozen?
Oh, Wade is also
Okay,
frozen.
so it's both of them as their internet.
I'm like, Alice is judging me.
Alice is judging you
I
very
realize
hard.
she's a prissy bitch, but like, he's character.
And Darby's just kind of like, yeah.
In your defense, you are also a judgy, like a.
She
what
is
was the
also
word?
a judgy bitch.
See, there you go. So you guys are gonna be besties. It'll be
They get
great.
along.
Yeah, Brynn and the DM, besties. Besties in game and in life.
Aww. Well, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go pee. I'll be back.
Do it.
That's a good idea. I needed to.
All right,
before
short
we
break.
went on.
Our DM has died, and Darby has also fallen over to graze the grass a little more.
Sorry, your internet died.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
It just paused on Kaylee as she gave me this judgy look as I was giving my answer, and I'm like, what did I say?
It's the
What?
wrong answer.
It was like
What's the
Alice just
wrong
like
answer?
stuck on a judgy look.
Yeah, it's like,
So, seeming a little. Oh, wait.
where
Yeah,
did
she
we
was
end?
not there.
What did you hear?
What? Something about looking for. Going to the tower, got the name from Dagon, and she was reacting to that, and then we dropped.
Okay. So then afterwards, Relm looked to Brynn with the same look that she had given him. And... Alright, I wish to enter the O'Donnell estate. My mother is a family friend. But I heard that they are missing, apparently.
They are. And, who might your mother be?
My mother is Mia O'Shea, and I am Brynn O'Shea.
Okay. Not who I was expecting, but I've heard the name before.
Oh good, somebody has.
If you don't mind, I'll ask the 5 of you to accompany me and my men back to the North Watch, so we can, take down what you said in a more formal setting.
Alright.
You were expecting someone?
I'm expecting plenty of people. Now is the time of year where some of the most important people in the continent. Oh, hey you!
Hey.
Hey!
Oh, so cute.
Hi, Cassie!
All of them, Kaylee, Chloe, Crystal.
Hi.
You haven't met them, but they're her name's Laura. Yeah. You going? Hi, sweetheart. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's cute as shit.
Now is the time of year where some of the most important people from the continent visit our little town. So yes, when I hear someone of status, or someone who claims to be of status, I can say I was not expecting an O'Shea.
Is it not a big event? Would you not be expecting more people for this big event?
We don't get many visitors out from Ionad. It's not been done before, but it has been a while since somebody has come all this way.
Right. Well, I am here with a purpose.
Which is another thing. I would have assumed that we might have been given advance notice.
It was a last-minute decision. I have something for the O'Dodds. My mother sent me. Because she's too busy to, unfortunately, make the trip herself.
Well, as I said, if there is nothing keeping you out here, I would like you to accompany me back to the North Watch.
Absolutely. Might I ride on your horse with you? My feet are just so very tired. I'm not the running type, you see.
Of course, ma'am. And she'll offer her gauntleted hand.
Which
To
we will
hoist you.
take.
And she'll
Oh
hoist you
my.
rather easily up behind her. And she yells again, Gilbert, Thomas, do any of you require a ride as well? Or are you okay to walk?
I can walk. It is okay.
Solace
not
looks
mind
at
to walk.
Darby and she's like, "It's all right. I'm fine."
I do not mind walking.
All right. Then we shall away. And she turns and flicks the reins, and her big black horse starts to trot off. And from the 100 or so feet away that the other two guards had gone, you can hear them crying out to their horses and rounding to head back to the path.
I sit on this horse with no shame.
Going on a bit of a trip.
We're coming down a hallway.
I know. I'm like,
Sorry,
it's an adventure.
You just
Oh
got
god,
all
Blair
at-
Witch Project.
Oh good. Oh good.
Oh
We've
god.
reached the blue room.
Unsettled. Sorry, what?
You guys are walking and I'm sitting
We're
on the horse with
walking.
no shame.
As they have all ridden away
It's fine.
with Brynn.
They don't
Bye.
they don't speed away.
Yeah, that's my question. Are they
We're
like
just like trying to
"Bye."
keep up with the trotting
don't-
horse.
They all
Dirt.
reconvene on the path and then settle into the very slow walk, but you can keep up.
Are they like super within earshot? Out of curiosity.
Yes. Like, they're not right there, but if you were to speak in a normal voice, they would hear you.
Then I'm gonna say no.
Did you want to whisper something?
Not whisper, but he was gonna say something, but he doesn't want a bunch of people hearing him, so he's gonna say nothing.
So, you start to walk the route back towards the city. It is a winding path that is not really obscured by much other than pasture. And you mosey back along rolling hills until you can eventually see the small little rectangular building of the Hickory Cork on the edge of town. And as you guys pass it, she looks over and... So you said you'd already had an accordance with Dagon.
Indeed.
Yes.
Interesting.
How so?
And he was... I'll say more at the North Watch, but he was pointing you in my direction because you're an O'Shea?
He was pointing us in your direction because you oversee all of the guards here, do you not?
I do.
They were keeping us from entering the O'Dowd estate, and I was hoping to enter it.
Do you have documentation supporting it?
I have a package to deliver them. I have proving I'm an O'Shea. I don't know what else you would need.
Well, anybody could ride up with a moderately known name scrawled on a package and say, I need to be in there. You'll understand this time we are being a little more cautious.
I would
This
ask
time?
why.
We were on our way to the North Watch, and she flicks the reins and the horses go just a little bit faster.
Too soon, Darby. Too soon.
I blew it too soon.
As she brought a little deeper into town, she ducks her head and puts her helmet back on. And with that sort of badge of status, if the horse and the armor weren't enough, as you ride in the crowd parts and clears the way for these 3 huge horses and their entourage. And you can hear some sort of odd whisperings, and odd as in AWED, from the crowd, just sort of ogling these creatures and these knights as they return from a heated chase with maybe not who they expected in tow.
Quite popular, aren't we?
Don't look.
I hate this, actually. It's very uncomfortable.
Yes, it is.
Not too fond
I
of it
imagine
myself.
Vaughn would catch some stares and just kind of like fix his tunic a little bit so that it fits a little bit better. And like
Hickory
nods his jaw
Cork Inn, you
so
ever
he-
heard of it? It's a good inn. Hickory Cork Inn, Hickory Cork Inn, Hickory Cork Inn, guys.
You want to be where the action is? Hickory Cork Inn.
Can sleep naked in the dining room. Hickory Cork Inn.
Hickory Cork
That's
Inn.
how you get the action.
Nailed it. Totally covering this character perfectly.
So the crowd kind of swells back shut behind you as people resume flitting from stall to stall and socializing and watching the comings and goings of tourists and locals alike. And you proceed through the town square, past the giant white stone temple on the west side. And she doesn't slow or pause. So you continue past and down a new path, just past a couple of small buildings, a long, squat building with a fenced-in yard where you can spot some unarmored guards practicing their archery.
Just as we were passing the temple, sorry to interrupt, were there still, like, an abundance of guards outside of it? Like, were there still a bunch of people, a bunch of guards, like, you couldn't get into it, was kind of, like, roped off thing?
Make a perception check. Almost went to drink a candle.
Please don't do that.
Cocked?
That'd be nice.
20.
Ooh.
Dirty
So-
20.
The crowd in the front of the temple is actually a lot busier.
Stop showing them your butt, please.
Hey, YouTube.
Put your butt down. Thank you.
Oh my god, tail is so short and so stubby.
He's just big.
He is just
Big
big.
and long.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Give it.
I have a tuxedo cat that is also fat. I will bring her some. Right now, there's a wiener over there. If anyone's curious,
Okay.
there's a wiener right there. Yep.
Oh,
It's
I also
fine.
have a kitty on my bed with me.
Aw.
Oh, babies! Everyone's making it appear. Oh, the ears, they itch. The
I
ears
mean,
itch.
my husky is sleeping, otherwise I would show off my husky. Oh.
Oh my
Fight
god.
the show.
Oh my gosh.
So, in
yeah.
front of the Whitestone Temple, the crowd actually seems to be a little busier than the day you had arrived, and they definitely seem a lot closer to the entrance. And though you can spot a couple guards just stood at the base of the stairs, overall there doesn't seem to be a patrolling perimeter out front of it anymore.
Alright then. Don't know if this was a good turn of events or not.
So you continue down the dirt road, aboard and also behind the trio of horses. And they begin to veer off just slightly to the right towards a very bare bones wooden building that smells very strongly of hay. And you can hear nickering and neighing from beyond the doors. And a few stable hands rush out to greet the horses as they arrive. And one by one, each of the guards dismounts. Alice dismounts and then offers again her hand to you, Brynn.
We will take it.
And she
We're both
very
kind of down.
firmly helps place you back down on the ground and makes sure you have your footing before she lets you go.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am. On foot, she leads you back towards the path, and you travel not more than 50 feet before you can see the squat, square top of a building that doesn't really look like much of a tower. It's certainly taller than most of the other buildings in Ormershire that you've seen so far, but it's probably about the same height as the estate, and maybe only 3 stories high. And there are wide gable doors through which guards are coming and going. But as you approach, and as more importantly, your figurehead approaches, they stand aside and at attention. And she leads you inside a building that has maybe one more floor above and a set of rickety wooden steps that lead up to it. But otherwise, you are in a dirt floored room with a simple square wooden table, large enough to accommodate the myriad of wooden chairs around it, but not nearly as impressive as the temple. It doesn't seem too far removed from the Hickory Cork Inn. So as you walk in and sort of absorb what you're seeing, she barks some quick orders. Go on, clear the room. Keep watch. I need it just for a few minutes. And most guards filter out, save for a couple who remain posted by the doors to shut them behind you. And she gestures to that wooden table, and it is far larger than it needs to be to accommodate the 6 of you total. There's probably about 18 chairs just sort of crammed around the edges of the table. Just grab a seat and we'll talk.
We will walk into the room and go pick one of the chairs closer to the front of the table. Smooth out our dress as we sit down and put our hands in our lap and sit very poised.
In most stark contrast to that, we will go sit and flop into the chair and just sort of sink back into the chair.
Solace leans forward and puts her elbows on the table and looks interested.
Relm sits and leans back, and Hood is down a little bit. He's sitting there.
Bon's going to sit down beside Brynn,
Oh.
and just like a regular person, he just sits.
Cabbage!
Looks like
can't wait
eating.
to-
Vaughn
Ah.
just eats like a regular person, sits like a regular person.
By the way, Vaughn needs to watch like 10 minutes ago when we were acting out how Vaughn would be reacting to stuff.
We were being observed as we walked through the city, and you definitely flexed and promoted the inn at like visit the inn.
Yeah.
Visit the inn. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very,
there
very.
it is.
We did a great job. You know,
We know
RPing
you.
your character for
We
you.
know you. You know, you tilted
Why
your
am I
chin to a
even
few
here?
people, said sup.
We got this. It's fine. Just take a seat. Take a seat. It's
So basically, all you missed is we talked to the main guard, and that was Alice that we were looking for. She picked us up, and we started to head towards the tower that we were eventually going to go to, and now we're being asked to sit at a big-ass table.
With 18 seats that aren't filled.
And that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Are you
All right, good
seated
talk.
together, or did you fan out?
I would
was
assume we
wondering
sat
about-
kind of close together.
Vaughn's next to me.
Yeah, I sat
There's-
right next to her.
Yeah.
I'm still under the assumption I'm being paid to keep you alive. I'm gonna do my best. Just like
There's-
that job.
probably like a chair or two between Vaughn or Relm. I don't know who the last one. Okay, so there's probably a chair or two between Relm and Darby.
Social distance.
Yes, we're social distance.
Yeah, Realm's gonna sit beside Vaughn, but like a little away from the table.
So you all find your seats, and as you do, Alice is taking off her helmet and sort of setting it on a stand aside. She slowly starts to unclip her shoulder pauldrons, just enough so that she has a little bit more maneuverability as she settles down in a chair that's just around the corner from probably where Brynn and Vaughn sit. Braun.
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 And sort of kind of deflates just a little bit. And now that you can see her face again, you kind of recognize the look of someone who has probably not slept in a while. All right. Now, from the top.
Alright. My name is Brynn O'Shea, and I came here to see the O'Dowds with a package sent by my mother. And we went to go visit the temple, only to see that I could not enter it. And we needed a place to stay, so we went to the Hickory Cork Inn and met Durgan. We were attacked by the undead. Yep, that seems correct. She's like looking at everyone. That seems about correct, right? Yes. And then, yeah, okay. And I still wish to get to the O'Dowd estate. The next morning. But we went to town. And Vaughn met this. You noticed? What happened? That's a you thing. Alright, so Vaughn.
You is me. You is
yeah,
me.
you. Vaughn. Yes. I said
You're
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Did I say Vaughn? You're Vaughn.
You're Vaughn. You did say Vaughn.
Yes.
Okay. Did not
Okay.
hear Vaughn. Sorry.
I just
Oh,
ran
my
into this
camera's off and
individual.
not on.
Your camera is off indeed. Good job. You're doing
Look at
great.
that
You're doing
handsome
great,
face.
buddy.
Yeah, we're talking about the serpentine folks in the village, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, it was running around snatching our coins, and he ran off when we noticed him, and I caught up to him, and he turned around and he gave me a hiss and a good stabbing.
Damn.
I don't remember much after that.
I believe it was a female, but I cannot say for sure.
And
Relm, you've actually chased them. You may know more than me. I only got a blur before I was before my face was put in the dirt.
I did not really get a good look before they had smoke everywhere.
It is the same magic that we saw in Rayleigh. Is that how you pronounce that?
Rayleigh, yep.
Really?
Rayleigh?
Yes. Yes, almost identical in tactics and escape plans.
Yes, I agree.
And you called them serpentine folk?
Reptilian, yes, by nature.
Though I recall fur on their hands.
And
Was this one a kitty cat?
You gathered all this from when they were robbing you?
Yeah, first-hand encounters.
That was second hand, was it not? Second.
So,
Might have been. I'm not sure. Sorry. Oh, we're missing
Yes.
details. I realized that
Second
you
time?
weren't. Yes. I made my way to Relay in order to meet these escorts, and she gestures to Ram and Van. And unfortunately met an assassination attempt by some rather shady individuals, and upon being pursued, disappeared, to my understanding, the same way that this individual disappeared. So I don't know if perhaps this was my fault. Then again, he didn't try to assassinate me, he just stole our corn. I'm gonna double check my belongings.
Do an investigation check.
They left poison on you. Took
Ah,
your
yes.
coins, but left poison, hoping you'd drink it.
That is not what I touched. I would be 7.
As far as you can tell, gold is all they took.
Is my package from the Odod still there?
It is.
Okay.
I haven't heard much word of lizard folk in town, but like an O'Shea, it wouldn't be the strangest thing to show up, just unusual. Pickpockets are common, especially in such a busy event with So, you said you noticed him, she, them, this lizard fur, him, her, they, and gave chase out of the square. And they went directly out of town, past the Hickory Cork.
Yes.
Well,
Did they have any accomplices that you noticed? Anyone that ran with them or tried to blow you up as you gave chase?
would I know that they were heading in the direction of the cemetery, or is that just that's somebody else? I just was like there.
I mean, the cemetery is half a day away and down a road.
Okay.
You made it about 300 feet out of town.
Got it.
So
Got it.
you could say they were
I just
definitely
rem-
heading to the cemetery, but your
I can't say that.
confidence might be
Quite
questioned.
close to town.
They seem to be alone this time.
They
This
did
time.
have an accomplice. There was 2 of them the first time that we encountered them, and we
Oh, in Relay. Yes, there's
handled
2
one,
of them in
and
Relay.
the other got away.
So you think you were followed from Rayleigh all the way here?
I don't want to immediately assume that there's only one, but it's a possibility.
The logic was incredibly similar.
And where are you all hailing from?
I hail from King's Call.
Dioram Stove.
It's from there.
It's late there.
And you? And she's looking at Solace.
From a little bit farther north.
That's a long way to come. Even Rayleigh is still quite a trek. Are you here for the festival?
Now,
Yes.
yes.
Somewhat, yes.
Now?
I was looking for my sister, and I have found myself here.
See. And the rest of you?
I came to see the Odats, as I stated.
Yes, as you said, with your escort.
Yes.
Where in Durhamstow did you say you were from, escorts?
I was looking around.
Good.
I was looking
Brynn is like looking at them
real
like.
talk, I
Gorg.
cannot access the map, so I have no access to names. That map does not work on my computer anymore for some
But
reason.
also same.
Oh,
What about notes? Did we maybe take note of where
about
we
your
came
own
from?
character?
I mean, the
I thought I
monastery,
had it
but
in my
a
questionnaire and my
backstory
sheets.
somewhere? Oh, there
Yeah,
you
I was
go.
wait. There's a
the
questionnaire
monastery. The
All right.
monastery.
that
And I did fill it out, but I did not have that information in my questionnaire.
He came from the monastery in Durhamstow.
it
so,
asks where you were born. Does it not? Oh wait, maybe where you're born is not where you. Okay,
It's
fair
the
enough.
ruins
Yeah,
of
that's very
something, I
fair.
know.
That's fair.
It's the ruins of something.
Little
We come-
lore dump you should already know, the two of you. You both hail from High Sanctuary, which is the monastery that is in Durastow.
High Sanctuary.
And one of their primary reasons for existence is to protect the ruins of Redham.
Okay, there we go. There's the names. I knew the things, I just didn't know the names. Thank you.
We coolly
say
tell that
that.
to Alice.
Redum? Reddum?
Redham.
H-A-M. Red rum? No, sorry.
Red rum, except it's ham.
Red rum.
Red ham.
Red.
And what business does the monastery have with the O'Sheas?
A loose connection. At least directly between us. We were just asked to wherever her travels.
I
The
cannot
monastery.
say I asked why the monastery cared. I just agreed.
So we're just following orders then.
Like good. So
We were trying to play off that we totally knew that. Didn't absolutely know that at all, but like we knew that.
And what about
Following
the
up-
two of you, Northerners?
I heard of the festival on my travels and thought I would stop by and see what it was about.
Where are you traveling from?
I mean, from Islater to Port Tensley, I believe it was.
Where in Islater?
The north. I'm from an ice float. It doesn't really have a name.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can tell you the name of the closest town, village. Would be Isyate.
I think I get what you're about. And you? You said you were a little further north.
Yes. There's. It's very small. Where my family is from. But it is. I suppose you would consider it. North of Islater. By your maps. It's a small village.
A long way to come. Just for the festival? Oh,
Well,
no. You
for-
said you were looking for your sister.
Yes, ma'am.
And you? Just for the festival? She looks at Darby.
I mean, yes, for the festival, and I'm helping her look for her sister as well.
Well, if you don't know anything more about the thief, and the thief got away, I suppose that's just one more cold case. But a lot of you seem, forgive me for lack of a better word, a little all over the place.
Correct.
We are very recently traveling companions for we don't even know how long. We do not know each other very well yet.
I see. Do you share a common interest?
I suppose what's going
Being
on
here.
here? What's
Yes.
going on here is a common interest.
Oh,
Like why
What?
there are undead attacking different places might be a good start.
We have
We
also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no. Nothing.
We all seem to have a mild interest in the festival as well. Mild or more.
We have also been asked to help Dagon with the undead problem for the next few nights.
who
And we
asked you to
can
do that?
Dagon
Well,
dead.
The
Nope.
undead did.
Ellie asked us to do that. I suspect she's just worried about her partner.
We are
Yeah, I imagine
a
she
little
would
bit
be.
skilled. Maybe. Yes. We figured the more numbers there were, especially considering that there's undead walking around, it might be nice for us all to stay together. And considering my position, I wouldn't mind a little more numbers.
So, you were asked to help. Do you intend to?
We
For
did
the
give Ellie our word, yes.
time being, yes. We are here for a little
Kinda
while,
hard
I
to say.
suppose.
I find it
And
hard to
that's
say
what
no when
I
I'm
am
asked for
wondering.
help.
You've been asked for help, but how long will you give it? What if Dagon's task doesn't end? Will you move on and leave him to fight alone?
Well, perhaps the return of the O'Dowds could shine some light on the events going on here.
And as far as I understand, this only happens during the festival time in which you experience that slightly shift in your veil.
So far. But this... What Dagon is dealing with, we have never had to deal with before. This is all very new. And
He says.
sure, it would be great if the wizards could come back from their magical journey and solve all our problems, but they can't. They're not here, and we can't wait for them.
Do you have any idea where they went? Did they say they were going anywhere?
They may have said a thing or two, but if I'm going to talk about them, I think I'm going to need some things from you.
Have we not already told you our backstories?
What more do you want
We-
from us?
We don't have much left.
I have
that
no
the thief
money.
Took over.
Yeah, you
Okay.
mentioned.
I'm very
Solace
small.
gently pats Darby's
I
shoulder.
have no
I'm
money.
very poor.
Alright.
You
I'm
can
very
imagine
poor.
the kind of
It's alright.
stress I am under.
Excuse.
I don't mean what more of a story you can tell, because truly at this point I'm beyond caring who you are or where you came from. I'm just going through the motions of if I am asked questions, I need answers. But I also need help. The festival is already a giant strain on our garrison, and while we can handle the tourists, we are becoming a little overwhelmed in other aspects.
I thought that may be the case when there were no guards there to help with the undead.
If this
It
attack
does
was
seem
last
like that is a
night,
thing.
Sorry.
Tech was last night.
So no, Solace immediately shuts up when Alice starts talking. Like,
and then she just continues, as in doesn't even stop. If we're talking about the attacks, if the attack happened last night, then yes, there were no guards available to help because they were busy monitoring the streets in town and otherwise occupied.
So,
That much was obvious. Yes.
so what do you want from us in exchange for information?
I want a guarantee that maybe the 5 of you can give us a hand with a few of these issues.
what kinds of issues specifically
Well,
did you mean?
there's the matter of the undead. We don't really know why, now of all times, they are getting so hostile and wandering so far. And sure, it's very convenient that the O'Dowds are missing as this is happening, but I don't want to believe that's connected.
I do.
Why?
It seems really inconvenient, actually, but
Just seems like too much of a coincidence that during a festival to celebrate the harvest and everything, that wizards in town leave and suddenly a problem has become much worse. I think that it is likely connected. I don't know, but that is my theory.
All right. On that note, I sort of agree. If we can help to bring out some answers about this undead, because as far as Jagan told us, they were coming from the cemetery. Half a day's journey. If it is associated with the O'Dowds, I think it might benefit us to investigate their home ourselves to see if maybe we can find something. And then perhaps make our way to the cemetery to help if that so long as gets us something else.
That can be arranged. However, things have gotten a little complicated when it comes to the O'Dowd estate as well.
As such as...
Well, as you know, the O'Dowds went missing. Would have been around a month ago now, but they didn't go missing. They had personal business to attend to urgently, and they notified me of their departure before they left. But I assumed it wouldn't be a problem, as I was assured it wouldn't be. And they left their steward, Pippa, in charge of their affairs while they were away.
All right.
A couple nights ago, there was a break-in, and Pippa was found dead the next morning.
Okay.
I feel like that is even more reason that I would like to get inside and see what we can see.
Sure.
Um,
And again, under normal circumstances, it shouldn't really be a problem for me to wave my hand and have my men let you inside.
were there any signs on how she died, or by what weapon, by what means?
Well, And she kind of leans back in her chair and whistles, and one of the guards pokes their head through the door. One of the same guards that had accompanied her out to chase the thief. And she gestures him to come inside and says, "Gilbert, bring me your report." Yep, and you can hear the thudding of his boots as he sprints up the really rickety wooden stairs to the second floor. And like as he is walking around on the second floor, puffs of dust come down under his footsteps. And Alice doesn't react. She just continues to survey the five of you cautiously, still kind of sizing you up. And after a few moments, Gilbert comes back down and he has just a bunch of leaflet notes scrawled in charcoal and tries to straighten them out into a neat little pile and leaves them for Alice. She says, "I have Gil's report, and I will share with you the details. I just want to promise that if I begin letting you, thus far citizens, in on official guard business, that you will do something about it rather than just go spread our dirty laundry around the square."
We can promise to attempt to do something.
So long as this leads me to where I need to be, I suppose. And I'm not doing it alone. Somebody went and got a tuxedo cat.
And like I said, I have a hard time saying no when I'm asked for help.
Toby's brother.
Well,
my
it's
God.
not the most
It's fat.
inspiring.
Fat.
His
Oh,
cat.
His cat. His cat.
It's fat and cat simultaneously.
I can't say this has been the most encouraging of rallying cries, but we're desperate, so we'll take what we can get. And if this is what desperation gets us, so be it.
This cemetery is half a day's journey away, and we would like to take a look there. Is there perhaps a means of transport you may be able to give us?
I have horses in a stable, but if you're looking for anything other than that, I mean,
No, just
most
horses
people
would be.
ride out to the cemetery.
Horses would be okay.
Yes, horses would be fine.
I can give you one or two, but as I said, our fleet is very thin.
We have a
Apparently one of
carriage?
us can turn into a horse.
I can only do that a few times, and I'm not going to. Two horses, and we have a
Oh.
carriage. You guys have a
We do?
carriage.
We do?
You
Carriage.
have a whole
We have a carriage,
carriage.
Yes, we have a whole
I
carriage.
remember that,
think
but I
we're good.
figured
That
horses
can
would
carry
be faster
3
without a
people.
carriage.
It's really
So-
asking a lot of Darby.
Yeah, you
I
guys have your
didn't know he
carriage.
could only turn a few times a day. I just saw him turn into a horse.
Yes.
They're very talented, but it does take something from them to perform.
Yes.
Alright, so a couple of horses. Why are we going to... Hold on. I'm lost a little bit. So we're supposed to come up with a solution for your undead.
Yes.
Alright.
Eh,
Okay, so... Access to the O'Dowd estate. Horses. The report. Cemetery. I'm sorry, I need a to-do list or I get lost.
One more request. Is there some sort of thing? Would just saying your name to any other guards that may approach satisfy them? If we are seen around the O'Dowd estate, we do not want to be seen as being suspicious.
Well, see, there's another matter there. The
Yes.
O'Dowd estate has very famously been the host in prior years to dignitaries from around the continent, and in order to save face, we had to rush our investigation and clean up so that those dignitaries could be hosted as they arrive today.
Are they there already? Or just coming?
One has arrived already by my report. Another one due within the hour.
Just to take 3 steps back for a moment, where did the O'Dodds say they were going?
Before they left, I was told there was an urgent family matter that they needed to attend to, and they had to leave for Camp Sorsa immediately.
Camp Sorsa?
What's Camp Sorsa?
Yeah. Wait.
I honestly don't know. Madam Alice.
Don't.
Is that a
Oh,
place that they go?
so they're going up north.
More east, really.
Yeah, I don't know where I am down here.
Everywhere is north.
Everywhere is when you're not
everywhere is
when
north.
you're not in a Slater, everything is just north.
Oh god, I
So
accidentally
they-
zoomed in on the map and I can't figure out how to zoom out.
So they're going.
I think 0 will reset it.
Did it.
If we're figuring out a map, can I go pee? I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, you can go pee.
Okay, thank you.
I'll pull out the map.
You're supposed to say no. No, you
What?
cannot.
I had the map
Well, then I'm
open.
going to explode right here and now, so that's gonna be uncomfortable. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
What I can do, if you want to sign in for Roll20, I will put you on the map.
Oh wait, there's Roll20 map too. I'm just sitting here on the map generator.
No, that will work too. But for those of us
Yeah.
who don't want to try and open that up, I have it open on Roll20.
No, I'm just gonna leave it open over here.
I'm opening Roll20.
I
We're
might
in
also have to.
Armorshire. So
I
where
also
is
need to
the?
pee.
I'm also gonna pee really quick. Sorry.
All right, we can take a quick pee break.
Look, everyone needs to pee except me. 'cause
Everyone
I just
suddenly
I
has
literally
to
just peed.
I don't
Be
have
right
pee,
back.
but I'll go
Yeah.
get some
Sorry.
water.
You're back.
Ethan, go pee. You're making it weird.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Should I mute myself, or I probably should. Yeah, I'm gonna. Wait, no, I don't actually have to. I'm coming back.
I'm not sure if I'm too sober or not sober enough. This happened. Yeah, no, that's why the mic stays on the desk. The headphones come with me when I go pee, so I can understand what's going on, but you guys can't hear me pee. It's great.
Yeah, I have this fancy little toggle right here. Just
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Does that prevent the sound of pee? If you flip it up, does it mute it?
completely mutes me.
Nice. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That is. I don't want to know what you just said. I feel like it's probably wildly inappropriate, but that's fine. Did you ever hear about the time that we came back from furlough and we were on an all store manager call and there was some dude who literally pissed on Zoom in front of I don't know, my boss's boss and his boss and 30 other store managers?
Like on video?
Not on video. Not on video. I'm sorry.
Oh my god! So
On
how do you
video-
fuck up that bad?
Hold up. No, so on audio we heard him piss, and then we're so Dan and I are texting each other while this is going down because that was when he was the store manager and I was the assistant. And so we heard him piss, and then we're pretty sure it was the same dude. He's in Florida. He's literally walking outside up to his lemon trees and feeling his lemons.
He's feeling his lemons?
Hold
Oh my
up.
god.
Hold up. I might actually have the picture still that I saved from the Zoom meeting. Because I'm like, that guy is feeling his lemons. And Dan is like, yep, that guy is definitely feeling his lemons on a work call. Super cool.
Oh.
Hi. Sorry.
Oh, hello. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Hi. Talking about
Ow.
that time that no one in Min's warehouse when we came back from furlough knew how to participate in a Zoom call. It was totally fun.
Oh.
It was totally not at all awkward. And yeah, there was
Okay, that
definitely
must
not a
have
guy
been
who.
an
This guy just walked outside and he's like feeling his lemons on his lemon tree on camera. Stop. Not at all problematic. Not at all.
Those whores
I
are
need to
stealing our
ask.
lemons.
I need to ask Alice where those crows are coming from. Like, where are they?
It's
The
just
work.
Darby's bird. Darby's bird.
You died without me.
Every time I get up, I lose my pen. And it's like a really big deal to find it because I'm lazy.
Sounds like a Kaylee problem.
What's the main problem?
That was a gauntlet dropped right there.
Rhiannon lost her pen and couldn't find it.
Oh, that does sound like a me problem.
Don't mind me, I'm just scrolling through trying to find Lemon Guy.
So we pulled out a map in front of Alice to figure out our shit.
We don't have a map, though. Does anyone have a map of the area, or are we just all like, oh, yeah, north?
I haven't had a map since session 1. Like, the generator just doesn't work for me anymore.
I can pull up the
I-
map, but recording, it's gonna watch me pull up the map.
I feel so ahead of the
It
game
is
right now. 'cause
open
I
in
actually am
Roll20
looking at the
if
map.
you need to look there, Ethan.
Yeah, no. Have
There's a Roll20.
for the
Yes,
map
used
that
it
you already
before.
have open. But yes, there is a roll 20.
I
We are
don't open it on
professional.
Roll20. I open
You
it
don't.
just...
You don't need to. I just opened it so that if people didn't want to try and track down the map, they could look.
I just really want you two to know that we're professionals.
Yes.
We are great at this.
Man,
So yeah.
I'm gonna print
they've-
out an actual map now. I'm gonna go ahead and print it out.
Yeah, but then you can't tooltips. The tooltips are really valuable.
They are handy. The only notice they gave was that they had an urgent family matter to attend to and needed to leave for Camp Sorsa immediately. And Solace, when you asked Camp Sorsa, like, what is Camp Sorsa? She kind of laughs a little bit. Alright, I forget. A bunch of you aren't from around here.
Nope.
You wait, you're breathing really well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just, Jesus.
Like, just so well.
Wow.
Love
Can't
you.
people just breathe? Can't people
Sorry.
just breathe, Ethan? Shit.
I'm just complimenting them on how well they're doing it.
Camp Sarsa laughs.
Sorry.
It's a bit of a no man's land between the kingdoms of Matacal and Galleon. It's mostly run by disenchanted workers and soldiers who want to live a life of neutrality. It's where neither kingdom really has any jurisdiction.
They just said it was a family matter there.
Yes, I don't have any more details than that.
Alright.
Long shot, but they did not leave a way to contact them. Imagine.
No.
That's unfortunate, but I guess that's better than nothing.
But I'm sorry. Tell me again. Investigating a murder at the estate, however, you were allowing people to stay there?
We had to speed up our investigation and our cleanup and pack it into a neat bag in 12 hours. So that the estate would be presentable and we would still seem strong to our esteemed visitors.
The upperclassmen don't care what's going on. If they arrive in town, they want what they want, and
There was no
it
other.
doesn't save face if they can't get to where they're staying very well.
Exactly.
I would
The last
think
thing
a
we
murder would
need is
trump
them
that.
going home and complaining about the state of affairs here.
Honestly, as rude as it sounds, as awful as it sounds, they don't care if the murder has nothing to do with them. They want to be... You follow what directions they give.
Well, we may
It
not
has to
find
do with
anything
money.
then.
I want to try.
Understand that. Yes, we may not find anything, especially with other people having been around, but I would still like to look myself at the estate.
The dignitaries are only just arriving, and my guards cleaned up, but tried to leave as much as they could untouched. If you encounter a locked door, I can give you a key to open it, but you will have to be on your best behavior during your investigation, as you will be representing the garrison of Ormashire.
I'm always on my best behavior.
I wasn't worried about you. And she looks a little bit side-eyed towards the Northerners.
Ooh.
Right. Okay.
Solace looks properly
That was a bit
ashamed.
rude, but
I don't.
okay.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry if I
You have
offended.
done nothing wrong. Don't be sorry.
Perhaps.
Anyways, is there some sort of thing that will show that we're there representing the guard, or we just tell people we're representing the guard?
I will let the guards know that Miss O'Shea here is representing her family and has acquired a room at the estate, and she and her entourage are allowed passage. You have to understand, it would benefit me if you did not advertise that you were investigating a murder while within the estate.
Of course.
I would never want to inconvenience you. Of course not.
Might I borrow those notes to read them for myself, that report?
You may, but I will be making a copy.
Very well.
And she hands them back to Gilbert, who is just sort of hovering on the side and just without really looking. Please copy these. And he turns and places one against the wall and like pins another paper under his thumb and just starts writing.
Love me some Gilbert. I imagine that
He
might
makes
take
scan
some
noises
time.
as he does.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert's quite good with a pen. He won't be long. Now, I'm not entirely convinced that the O'Dowds have any real connection to what's going on at the cemetery, but if they do, or if you find any answers, I would be very appreciative, and I would be willing to pay.
How much?
Well, you've caught us at a bit of a generous time of year. For information about the whereabouts of the O'Dowds, or whatever happened to their steward Pippa, I will pay 300 gold.
As you know, my friend Darby here recently lost all of his money. Perhaps
So
you should go.
300 gold should be a wonderful way to line those empty pockets.
We feel like we are doing you quite a big favor, but
Make a persuasion check.
God, I don't think I'm that great at that. But we shall see what I'm going to pick.
But here you
sure
go,
you have a
trying to
negative
haggle with
one.
the guard.
He doesn't like her. He does not like her.
It's okay, Darby. It's also just like,
Oh.
okay, I get it. I'm from the north and therefore rowdy. Goodbye.
Sweet, and I'm pretty sure
I
it's
know, like
good.
feelings
No,
hurt,
it's fine.
but it's fine. Just
9.
because
9.
we even got new clothes. I guess we haven't had time to put them on yet.
No.
It's hurtful.
That's true, you haven't. You chased the thief out into the field and then got brought back here.
We just look a little dirty and a little threadbare. Why
Little
you gotta be
tattered.
like that?
Really
You
bathed
know.
in your undead fight too. So
No.
No, that's not true. Lots of us hosed off.
oh,
I didn't get dirty, but there was a pump. I remember a water
oh, there
pump.
was a pump. Yep, we did
Yeah,
wash our hands
see?
and other. Yep, you are
See?
correct.
Ah,
All right, so maybe not as smelly, but just like the watered down smell. So with a 9,
Yeah.
300 is more than enough to line some empty pockets. However, if you do more, I'd be inclined to pay more.
Like, get rid of your undead problem, or
Like, get rid of our undead problem. If you can figure out what's going on and come back to confidently tell me it's dealt with, I'll double your pay.
That's a lot.
All of
Well,
this
again,
is more money than I've ever had, but yes, this is a lot.
this is our busiest time of year, and though it is one of our more stressful, there are certain rewards for it.
alright.
I will leave the 5 of you to convene and make your decisions. When you're ready for whatever your next steps may be, I will be down at the stables. She rises, gives you a nod, collects her helmet by the feather, and just kind of drags herself out the door. Gilbert finishes scribbling down his notes and is holding them up in front of him just to sort of compare and make sure they're a close enough match. And then he stuffs one very unceremoniously in his pocket and hands the other to you, Brynn.
I'm gonna start going through them.
Good day, milady. And he walks himself out.
Thank you, Gilbert.
So you are alone in that dirt floor room at a table far too large to accommodate just the 5 of you.
I did not like her. I am sorry she was rude like that to Solace and Darby. That was very rude.
It's all right. I understand that we're strange and different to how things are down here. Or I am. I shouldn't speak for Darby, I suppose.
Do people
No,
have a problem with the Northerners? Is that a thing?
Oh.
We look up the helmets.
Fuck her.
The north is known for being uninhabitable and harsh, and so most of the people that settle there are not like the people you see here. So most people kind of assume people from the north are all kind of just monstery and barbaric and terrible, and I've heard all kinds of things. But it is okay, I'm used to it.
Does sound kind of mean when you say it like that, though, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
It's
But-
all right though.
No, we are not barbarians or monsters. We are good people, and it is okay. She does not know any better.
Speaking of Solace and Darby, I just I wanted to thank you both for coming after me. I'm not the smartest. I don't always make the best decision, and I can admit that may not have been smart of me to go after her alone. I probably would not have caught up with her, but I really appreciate both of you coming. I don't think I deserved it, but thank you.
Well, yes, you helped us. Darby was trapped when they shut the door, and you helped us help them, and that's important. And we would not have left you. I could not have made it so fast without Darby, but you helped us, and I would like to help you if we can.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes.
A wise man once told me, if you're going to do something stupid, do it with friends. So, it's okay.
I like that.
How long is this report?
Not very long.
Brynn is like, oh,
Brynn's
they're
just
talking,
like-
whatever. Like, yeah.
It's just like, God,
All
I hope they stop
bonding.
talking soon. Jesus, I
Yeah,
hope they're
like,
done talking
I've read the
soon.
same
Oh God, I
thing
just
over-
asked one fucking question and it's gone
They're
all
making
over the fucking
friends.
place.
Ew.
I'm just trying. Oh,
It's
God,
back
I'm
to
trying
the
to
beginning
read.
again. Here we go. God.
Genuine human feeling.
The North. Yeah, I know nothing about the North, so I have no say in what's going on.
Where would we like to go first? Oh, I mean, sorry. I am assuming that we are taking her deal.
Are we doing this? First off, is this actually what we're doing? Are we going?
Do you see
Alright.
another way to
No.
get what you want other than this?
No.
I had already stated that I wanted to go to the cemetery and search the Odetta estate, even before she had offered us money.
But
But
isn't
now-
it just
now this is
convenient that you
better.
get paid for it?
Yes, I'm very happy to do this.
That's
We
Yes.
also
very
don't need her
convenient,
key. I have
actually.
lockpicks.
Yes.
Very convenient.
Yes, very, very convenient.
What am I reading in this report?
Sorry, I had to clean some things up.
Oh shit!
I had to clean some things up.
I mean, I would very much like to go to the cemetery, as Relm has expressed. Before we were offered money, I wanted to go to the cemetery. So
I do as well. My only concern is perhaps the Odetta estate should be first before more people come and perhaps disturb things.
I mean,
Relm's
that is
gonna-
very true.
Relm's gonna look to Vaughn. What would you like to do? Relm's gonna look to
Alright.
Brynn. What would you like to do?
Yeah, sorry.
mean,
I'm
consi-
having a panic attack right now, so I'm gonna be quiet for like 5 minutes.
Are
you
you
alright?
alright?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on?
Yeah.
My phone shattered when I stood up to get something, and all of the information that I need for my wedding tomorrow is on it, and phone repairs don't open until 11 in the morning.
Oh.
Oh shit.
All of
You
my other
have-
notes for every single other wedding I have on my laptop, except this one wedding, which is on my phone and only my phone.
It's okay. Emergencies
You-
happen. It is Friday. The wedding is on Saturday, correct?
No, the wedding's tomorrow. The wedding is tomorrow.
Okay. Is there a wedding planner?
Yes, but I have all the song information.
That's okay. You can reach out to the wedding planner and you can coordinate. Worst case. Best case, you're able to get your phone fixed tomorrow and it's not a problem. But worst case, you reach out to the wedding planner, things happen, and that's what she's there for. Or they're
Problem is
there
me
for.
getting the music they need in time for their wedding, and that is not a problem for right now. We're gonna sidebar this. Don't talk about this. Focus on the camera.
Okay, we will move on and we will distract. Because you cannot fix it tonight, but you'll fix it tomorrow, so we will do other things tonight. Okay?
Okay. I mean, this report is a lot.
What does it say?
I don't understand. Okay, alright. I mean, I can read what I know, and the
Please.
Pippa, I guess, was found halfway up the north stairwell, face down. No weapon. There was a strange substance around the wound that seemed like coagulated blood. The bleed out was normal everywhere except around the body, where it was still thick and wet and congealed. He described the smell in the air. Earthy like air, weird. That seems strange for a report. Weird. Anyway, it looked like somebody had actually ransacked the estate, like they were looking for something. I don't know. It said that anything unsalvageable was pulled, locked away in one of the cellars, so we could go check one of the cellars to see what was messed with.
Yes, please.
Apparently it was Alice's brother that found the body.
Why? Why would...
I don't know. Apparently he visits the estate
Sorry.
quite often.
Her brother means Pippa, victim's brother.
Oh, sorry. Pippa's brother apparently found her body. He visits the estate quite often, it looks like. And he reported the crime. Nobody was found. Her brother is a scholar. He visits his sister every month. He helped put everything back together. It said that his sister had invited him over a few times, so he actually knows the place pretty well.
Does it state how long she had possibly been dead for?
It does not. I think that it would have been hard to tell considering how weird the blood and the body was.
Because of this weird
It
substance?
says the bleed out was normal everywhere except around the body, where it was still thick and wet and congealed.
There was no notes about any decomposition.
There's nothing about decomposition. My accent went everywhere there. You're welcome.
Well,
Kitty
can
is
we get
judging
out
you.
of this place? Can we go? I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't know why you don't like her. I like her a lot.
I
She was
don't
very
really.
rude to them. I don't like her. Even before that, I did not like her, but
Do you have it?
I
But
would-
why? But why didn't you like her before?
she was... I don't know. I did not like her asking all of her... She admitted... never mind. I just did not like
She's asking questions because she's the god of the city and we're a bunch of strangers.
Yes, but she said herself that we did not appear to be the thief, and yet asked all of our backstories and were very rude to our two new friends. I did not.
She seems to be under a lot of pressure. I'd give her a little slack. Personally.
And also, the lack of guards to help Dagon. I understand that they are stretched thin, but I do not like that.
They are stretched thin to protect the people.
But not even one single guard, and if we had not been there, who knows what could have happened to Dagon. Not a single guard.
We cannot control that.
That is just a reason why I do not like her or perhaps the guards of this city.
I don't know. I disagree. I think that you're not looking enough into the situation, but it is what it is.
Well, as one of the people that she side-eyed and looked untrustworthily toward, I don't really care for her either. But anyway, let's go somewhere else, maybe.
Yes, please.
What I'm curious about is, Brynn, didn't you originally... You didn't want anything to do with the zombie. The revived dead, but you were the first to bring them up as a cause we are united against in there.
They asked us a question, and it seemed to be what we were talking about doing. So, yes, that seemed to be what brought us together. What else that seemed to be the cause. I just wanted to be protected.
Just thought it was amusing. I am all for helping her, though. It gives me something that something I can actually, put my hands on with this whole process is punching some of these undead.
And do you
I
know
just
where
think-
you would like to begin, Vaughn? The estate or the cemetery?
It doesn't sound like we're gonna get any good leads in the estate. At least nothing that we can see. I mean, maybe if we potentially talk to someone who knows something, but we gotta keep our noses clean about this at the same time. It's a very tricky situation. I feel like we
There
have a
may
more
be-
solid lead starting with the cemetery.
Could we not go talk to Pippa's brother?
Okay, we could do that.
Could do that as well, but would he? I'm not sure if we know how to find him.
It says that he helped to put the estate back together, and as I understand, that was recent, so he might still be at the estate. At the temple. Either way, I think Alice just wants to know whether we're going to help or not.
I thought we had agreed to help.
Well,
Thought we
they
had as
left
well.
us to figure it out, so...
It's a lot of money. And
Let us
I
just
know
walk out and not give her an answer, but then do it and then demand our money.
Well, the problem with that, I really respect where you're coming from. The problem with that is we do need those horses to go to the cemetery,
Oh.
so she has to know.
I'm
I
going to
cannot
stand
carry
up
all
and
of you.
start walking towards the stables.
Okay.
Do
Brynn gets
I was
up
gonna
and
follow
heads
her.
toward the door.
Remember that carriage?
the carriage that
It's in
you
the
have?
hickory. It's at the hickory.
I didn't forget the
something
carriage.
inn.
I
Hickory
did not-
Gulk Inn.
I did not forget the carriage. I just thought it would be faster if we were all on horseback without a carriage.
I mean,
I'm not going to abandon the carriage.
well, you could unhook the horse from the
Yeah.
carriage.
Just leave the carriage here while we go to the cemetery.
Mm.
Yaman isn't
Yeah,
really
all 6 of us on that one horse. We'll get there in
He's
no time.
not. He's not.
Well, I.
No, she offered us a horse or two, and we also, Brynn came with one, I believe.
Yes,
Which
Yaman.
Is
Oh,
three.
okay, we're assuming we're taking the horses. Sorry, I thought we were just stuck on the one with the carriage.
Yaman
no.
is not a riding horse, though, so he will not be fast. He's a muscle horse.
He's very
that-
muscular.
He's very muscular, but he's not fast.
My. So we're going. What? So what? Okay, so we're going to the stable,
Walking.
and yes, I can walk and talk at the same time.
Walk
I'm
and
very
talk.
good at it.
So you are all sort of clambering out the door as the conversation continues, and Gil is just kind of watching.
We're gonna wave to Gil as we leave.
He waves.
Thank you
We're
very
almost
much
gonna
for your
ignore him.
hospitality.
Okay. Anytime, milady.
You have very nice handwriting. Goodbye.
That was Gilbert.
Oh shit! Oops.
Oh, was it Gil? Oh wait, Gilbert. Okay.
Well,
shortened.
Gilbert.
Was it
yeah.
Gil or Gilbert?
He was
It's
called
Gilbert.
both.
That's why we took
Short-
He
notes.
was called
That's why we
both.
took notes
He was
with the player notes.
called both. He was called both Gilbert and Gil, but I assume Gil is like, hey, we're best friends. And I don't know him that way.
Okay.
So I will call him
okay.
Gilbert.
All right, Gilbert. You had yes. Thank you. Okay. Stables.
Sure. Okay, and then where are we going from the stables? We just keep. Where are we going? What are we doing?
I thought we
Believe-
were going to the Odot estate.
Oh, I thought the verdict was the cemetery. I would like
We're
to do
going
both.
to the cemetery.
Okay. My only thing, and I really cannot say how much I want to go to the cemetery, but it might be better to go to this estate before more of these dignitaries get there. Because the more uppity fancy people you have, the harder it's going to be to look around without getting stopped at every turn.
And also, I mean, I don't know if we will find any clues, but the storage room that they
Cellar?
have, cellar, thank you, that they have full of things is very intriguing. I would like to see what we can find.
So perhaps we go exhaust our avenues here, and then then, for the love of the gods, maybe we can go to the cemetery.
Out of curiosity, what time of day is it?
It's probably still early morning. Well, mid-morning. We'll say around 10 a.m. Approaching 11.
So then, estate first, cemetery after. Would we like to be around the cemetery when night falls? Or
I would like to be there before the sun sets. If that means I need to leave a little early, I will do that. I don't know how much help I'm going to be in an estate investigation. It's a very pretty building, but
You can at least go check out the cellar. I might check something else out. But
see if we
go
can
check out the
also.
cellar.
We may also get Pippa's brother's location from there if he is not already there.
His name is Klaus.
Okay.
That was what was written in the report. He might still be there. We can just question the guards when we get there.
So as you guys have headed down the hill having this conversation, you've sort of run out of runway before the guard stable, where Alice has her giant war horse and has unsaddled him for now and is just brushing him.
So we're going to do our best to assist you in this investigation, which I immediately call out as soon as I see her.
She heard you coming, but looks towards you as you actually address her, and she pats the big horse for a few times and just kind of heaves a sigh and okay, thank you. It's appreciated.
No problem. Our first stop is we're going to go see the O'Dowd estate, and then we're going to decide our moves from there. And then I guess we will get back to you as soon as we have any kind of information.
I see. And she looks towards one of the guards that was posted just further along the road at the edge of the stable, kind of leaning in somewhat conspicuously into your conversation. And then when she looks over at him, he straightens up and pretends he wasn't trying to eavesdrop, gives him a nod, and he takes off at a speed walk into town. Then just introduce yourself at the gate as a dignitary of Ionod, and you can start at the estate.
All right. Might we borrow those 2 horses of yours?
I may have oversold myself. I have one to give.
All right.
Just see Darby's face fall.
Which is fine. It just means that we're taking the cart. No, we're just taking the cart, because the cart can pull 3 people, and then a horse too. So it's
okay.
fine.
I'm going to call dibs on riding the horse, please. Thank you.
I would like to ride down the carriage.
1 horse is wonderful, Alice. Thank you.
If you give me an hour, I can have him saddled up and ready again, but just give me some time to make sure he's taken care of.
Could
How long
we
is
make our way? Yeah, I was like, well, how far away is the O'Dowd estate from here?
Not far, like perhaps a 20-minute walk.
Okay.
Would you be able to have the horse brought to the O'Dowd estate whenever you're ready?
He's a bit conspicuous.
We-
He pats the big black war horse.
We can just pick him up here. It's okay. We'll just come pick him up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
just out of curiosity, is it like
Is it her
stable is
horse?
O'Dowd estate and then cemetery, or is it like
On roll
Cemetery
20, there
of
is
Dad,
the
but-
map open.
that's true?
Where do I go for this roll 20?
Gentle nudge. You
I
should
can't.
be in
Oh, I
roll
see. I'm
20.
not supposed to be able to see all of it.
Is there a roll 20 link? Like, I've never gotten this.
You
We
did.
were in roll 20 for the zombie thinger.
Yeah, it should be in your
Yeah.
saved campaigns, honestly.
Is there a way to close it or minimize the chat area?
Yeah, there is.
Yes. So what do you want to minimize? You want to minimize the chat, or you want to minimize the big pictures?
The chat. I want to see the big picture. Big.
That I don't know how to do.
So the chat, there's just Like up by the Zoom thing, there should be like a little pop out hamburger menu, and you just click it and it puts it away.
Little hamburger menu.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
No worries. Oops, I pinged. Sorry.
Sure did.
That's where Darby's going.
Well, this is what
He's
you're all
over
looking
here.
at on this recording. You're welcome.
So, is the estate / the tower? No wait, that's his estate. Is the guard tower the brown tower?
Yeah, you currently don't super have a mascot, so I'm gonna pick the most mascot-y.
It's our mascot.
It's
Our
Vaughn.
baby boy. Our mascot.
Okay, and the
Dawn is the
estate
mascot.
is right here. Wait, I thought I could ping. Why am I not pinging?
You have to click and hold.
Is that the Odad estate?
Yes.
And is this the cemetery?
No, that's a compass.
That's a compass.
Oh.
Oh god.
So where's the cemetery?
It's half a day away. It's not on this map.
Oh, I see. But okay, which direction is it?
Like
Is it in
just down here. This is the Hickory Cork.
Oh, okay, so it's past. Okay, along that. Okay, cool.
I can hear you on roll 20 and I don't know how to mute you.
Yeah, I had to do that last time.
You just go into settings, audio and video, and you can turn it off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Alice has just patted her big warhorse and said he's a bit conspicuous. Just give him some time to rest. I'll have him saddled and ready to go in an hour.
You're giving us
Sounds
your
good.
horse.
What is his name? Wait, is it Klaus that she's giving? Or no?
Klaus
Klaus'
is Pippa's brother.
Pippa's brother.
Is it her horse that she's giving?
It's
Looks
it
like
seems to
it.
me she's patting the big warhorse that she rode in on. I wasn't lying when I said we were spread very thin. This is all I can spare.
What is your horse's name?
His name is Nui.
It's a very nice name.
It's very kind to let us take your own horse. Must be very, very difficult times indeed.
Normally, it is a difficult but happy time. This year, a little less happy and a lot more difficult.
I'm sorry.
It's part of the gig.
Well, hopefully we can help. And anyway, and Darby, they just turn and start walking towards the Odetta estate.
Thank you for all of your help. Thank you. We'll be in touch.
Of
For sure.
course. I'll have Nui ready in just a bit of time.
Take your time. We will slowly turn and start to walk.
Rum's gone. He doesn't care. He's not even gonna wave or anything.
I will wave.
So you begin to trek towards the estate. Is there anything you do in the meantime?
Wait, so before we go into this nice place where nice people stay, and like they're mostly saying this to Solace, perhaps we should put on our new clothes. I just think maybe it would be best if we didn't look.
You're right. That's it. That's a good. I suppose we could change quickly, and that would be all right. She looks down kind of at her shoes that are sort of worn thin. She says, yes, that's a good idea. But we should keep these for when there are more dead things.
Yes, these are our cemetery clothes.
Yes, precisely that.
We look over at Devon and we go, do we need cemetery clothes?
Well, I'm not
See-
punching those things in my new clothes.
Vaughn is on board for the cemetery
Yeah,
club.
cemetery
Yeah.
clothes.
We take our cloak and we wrap it around ourselves more closely.
I'm not touching that.
I'm going to
I
help from a
unfortunately don't have the
distance.
range to avoid the mess. I'm not
I
wearing my new
do.
clothes.
I'm
in the
going to
cemetery.
help from a distance. I will help from a distance, she says in confidence and keeps walking.
I also
Is there anywhere like that looks like somewhere they could change, like a?
alleyway.
I mean, there's plenty of market stalls to duck behind. Like, buildings to duck behind. Or if you are looking for a place to change, you can try inside a building.
I mean, we're gung ho to duck behind somebody's stall that looks chill, but like we don't want to put.
Yeah, Solace is similar. Like it's whatever, but
Yes.
I mean, couldn't we change in the carriage? Like, is that a thing we could do? Like, there's a carriage. I assume it's a closed carriage.
No, it's only a cult. It's
Oh,
like a
well,
just
Wagon.
Oh, maybe we could do the.
Yeah, like a wagon. It's just like an
Yeah.
open wagon. It's just like a
Well,
You can do the beach
maybe
towel
we
thing.
could do
If
the
somebody
thing when
just
you're
holds
really.
up their
Yeah,
cloak.
no. See,
I was gonna say,
just,
like, when you're really
yeah.
drunk in a music festival and you have to
Yeah.
pee, and you're just like, somebody hold up the.
We'll
and you
just
just go
look.
for
We
it.
could,
It's fine.
we could just come tuck over here in this corner, and I'll stand and
You do-
hold my cloak up.
Like, you do the quick thing where you, like, slip your hands in, and then you put the other shirt on at the same time as you're taking off the one you're wearing.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
we'll just
fine.
go. I want to find the chillest looking person's cart, and I'm going to duck behind it with
Yeah.
Solace, and we're going to change clothes.
Yes, that. This is the master plan. I'm on board.
Darby,
Yes.
if you could just go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Are you missing more things?
She's like changing. There's changing with Solace, and then there's an investigation check, and now I'm concerned.
That's a 17.
I
Oh,
do think
nice.
they have the right idea about being in nicer clothes if we're going to go look at the estate, though. So I am.
You
Going
can.
to
It's okay. You can
change.
hide
Do you-
next. We'll
Do you
take
want to
turns
come
holding
into
the
our
cloak up.
tent?
But I
Her
also
little
need a place
makeshift tent.
to send a message. So I may
Oh.
look for a building that sends that
Fair.
perhaps sends messages and has a room.
So Darby, you look for the coolest person, and in Darby's eye, that is that tanned wood elf with the big ol' antlers, who is just tanning a piece of hide as you sort of just walk up and casually and then move behind some of the drape they have set up at the back of their stall, and they just kind of
They're
and you
chill.
have a pretty quiet place to change.
What's
Vaughn?
in the stall of this person? What is this person selling again?
It's a hunter, so they have different skins and pelts that they have hand themselves up on display. They also have some crude but efficient looking handmade tools just laid out on display on a little log in front. Vaughn, can you go ahead and make an investigation check while the north gets changed?
Like this.
That is us. We are now the North.
The North.
Cumulatively,
I say that as a northerner.
I.
Okay, to get back to my sheet, let me roll this. So that is only +1. 11.
You didn't need that high. You watch the pair of them gravitate toward a covered stall, and you just kind of, not for me, I have other things. So you continue to circle just very basically, not very far, around the town square. And you come upon... Nope, that's the wrong one. A small red-roofed building tucked aside a much larger wooden structure. And there's a simple wooden sign carved with the words post office.
Okay. Gonna go in.
The door creaks open, and it's a small room. There is a single red painted desk dividing you from this wall of cubby holes that are packed with letters. And there is a white-haired halfling man, like a white fro, that is up on a step ladder trying to push one more letter into one of the higher cubbies. And as he hears the door behind him, he goes, "Oh, hello there, sir. What can I do for you?"
Hello, I am looking to send out a letter.
"Oh, good. You've come to the right place. Where is this letter going?"
That is a great question. Let me pull up my questionnaire. Actually, it can't be. I need to talk to the DM about this because why did I have Ornershire listed as the village that he grew up in?
You would be sending it. Just west of Greysted.
Then, yeah, I'll be sending it. Be sending it to the Milling Brew Inn west of Craysted.
Oh, I've heard of that place. We've had a few travelers in my time, and they always say such nice things. Who are you sending it to?
Erlen Milling Brew, actually.
Okay. And he takes the letter from you and pops on his spectacles and with a quill just makes sure all of the information is correct and very finely pens a small note in the upper right-hand corner. All right, that's just 2 silver for the post.
And he'll fish in his little pouch and get that. He'll put the 2 silver out on the table or into his palm if he holds it out.
He takes it, gives it just a precautionary and then tucks it away in his pocket. Perfect. Now, our horses will be showing up for the post in 2 days, so you can expect a delivery in... Well, they're pretty quick. Let's give it a week.
Yeah, a week I can work with. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you need?
Yes, actually. But I don't see. Is there? He's gonna look around. Like, is there like a room or like a spare corner or something that I can perhaps use to change? I'm not seeing many places around here, and I would like to dress for the festival.
Well, we do have the mailroom in the back, but that's, authorized personnel only.
Okay, quick fix. I give you an extra 2 silver. You hop in the back for like a minute, and then I change right here.
Sounds good to me. He holds out his hand for the silver.
He'll do just that. He'll like get behind
Too
the
good
desk
for the
first.
cloak in the alley like the rest of us, but whatever.
I did it with
letters?
class.
You need sorting in the back.
Oh my god.
What you didn't learn is that there are actually surveillance cameras. But you know what? It's not the first time this week people have seen you naked. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. What is
And he's
everyone
gonna change, and then he'll
doing?
say thank you and like tap the wall, and then he's gone.
What in the world?
So, a lot of you regroup more or less just at the bottom of the hill from the tower. And Vaughn has changed into his nicer clothes. Darby and Solace both have changed into the clothes they just recently purchased. And they look much cleaner.
Oh, you all look lovely.
We're still from the north, but we're doing our best.
Again, that means nothing to me. I don't understand the North thing. What? Are you I don't... Does the North has a bad reputation, is what I'm getting here?
I
The
didn't know
North.
that.
The North doesn't have the best reputation in other places. But
do you kill people?
what?
Or do you, is it a kill
No.
people kind of... Okay, cool. Okay.
I've never killed anyone that I know. Yep, no, I've never killed anyone.
I have never been to the North. I don't know what the issue is. I think you're both lovely and you look great.
I like pat the necklace that she gave me and I say thank you.
We find that a little bit sweet, and we turn around and start walking towards the estate. You both look lovely, and then we if there's anybody, and then under my breath, I don't know if anybody hears it. If there's anybody that understands judgment like that, and I keep walking.
Brynn's having a feeling. Nobody loves.
I'm having a feeling.
She's experiencing a feeling.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody saw. Nobody caught it.
I'm speed walking / still trying to look graceful while I do it.
We've tried to adjust our braids into a formal hairstyle. We don't know what that means, but we're doing our best.
Half up,
no,
half
no.
down.
Solace will see you attempting, and she will braid your hair for you. She'll be like, "No, that I can do." So they're walking, and Solace gently braids Darby's hair, and
Do you jump and do it? Aren't you isn't Darby 10 times taller than her? Do you jump and do it? Or does Darby get down?
I just need to reach, it's fine. I just need to reach the ends of it to braid it. I don't need to reach the top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just working all of the little braids into a bigger braid.
Got it. I'm walking towards the O'Dowds.
Yeah, Relm didn't change. He's still wearing his his black armor and cloak on top of it.
I'm still walking in my somewhat fine travel clothes.
Ron's walking in his very fine travel clothes, and he's walking like a king too.
Hickory Corkin! Hickory Corkin!
Not quite. He has bigger things to represent this time.
As you approach the estate, you're once again sort of humbled by the size and the craft of the building. While most of Ormorshire seems made up of very wooden and rudimentary structures, even the guards tower, this temple building estate, it's all white stone that's been polished to look like marble, lined with dozens of windows, some of them stained glass. There are guards posted at the steps up towards the door, and one of them is just starting to wave off the driver of a carriage, gesturing him back toward the west.
I'm going to walk straight up to the gate with no issue towards this guard.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until he stops me.
Okay, as you head for the first landing of the stair, he holds out his arm and says, "Excuse me, ma'am. This is for VIPs only."
And I am a VIP. I am a representative from Ionod. I'm Brynn O'Shea. I'm here to collect my room with my entourage.
And he just kind of stares and looks very confused. You just give a quick persuasion check.
This one. Fuck.
Oh.
7.
Oh.
Fuck
He
this.
looks at you and look behind you at your party, and then looks over to his accomplice and kind of. Is this them? I just. They're not what I was expecting.
We just came from speaking with Alice, I believe, the head guard. If you were expecting someone, it is likely us.
As you evoke that name, the other guard that they were whispering to kind of just shrugs again and gives a hasty little nod. And the first kind of course, Miss O'Shea, and steps aside and allows you at the steps of the O'Dowd estate or the Whitestone Temple.
We're gonna start walking, like not show our disappointment that our name didn't get us in, but it's fine. We start walking towards the front doors.
Following.
Also following.
I thought we weren't supposed to mention that we were working with Alice. I thought that was a thing.
I
mentioned that we spoke with her.
Thought we were mostly supposed to not mention we were investigating a murder.
A murder.
A murder.
Fair enough. Alright. I'm just gonna keep walking towards the front door.
So
like I own the
steps
place.
To the estate are incredibly wide. The five of you could stand side by side and ascend towards the giant 15-foot door, and there would still be space to spare.
We should fucking do that picturesque, like movie-esque, like we're all badass superheroes walking towards the door.
Nah, fuck y'all. I'm walking ahead of you and I'm going.
So as you approach the door, what are you doing?
Is there anybody in front of the door? Are there anybody around the door?
The only people that you can see are the guards posted behind you now.
And how big are the doors?
They are probably 15 foot by 10 foot.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna bang the doorknob. There's like a big ass doorknob.
There are a couple of big knockers.
Yeah.
Some big knockers.
I take them big knockers.
And there's just the thunderous sound of metal hitting metal. And you hear, yes, just a minute. And slowly, one half of the door opens, pulled by a thin, frail-looking man.
Oh, thank you. And I go to slide in as he opens the door.
As you go to walk by, he looks you up and down. Goes, just a minute.
Mm?
Who are you?
Hello, I'm Brynn O'Shea. This is my entourage as I slide in the door. I am hoping to, actually. I think I'm expected to find a room here. Staying here. Yes.
But of course, I have just recently been informed of your arrival.
Thank you so much. And you are?
My name is Klaus.
Oh. That was me, not Relm. I'm sorry.
Your sister was murdered!
It's a pleasure to meet you, Klaus.
And you, Miss O'Shea? And he'll turn to start climbing the stairs.
Am I following him? I'm going to follow him. I'm going to follow him without looking at my entourage.
I'm going to follow her, so.
So you follow him up these large polished stone stairs further into the estate. And actually, I can give you all control.
Ooh. Control.
She loves control.
She loves control!
Oh god, please. Look at us, we're all so cute.
You?
We are, though. We're all so fucking cute.
It's true. It's true.
And you? You should all be able to move your tokens.
Where's Klaus?
I'm working on it.
This is Darby, this is Brynn, this is Solace, this is me, and this is Relm.
Yes.
I will get a token for him at a later date, but for now. Yeah, for now.
For now.
For now. Just gonna use Daggins as well.
Hello, Dagon. Hello, we're following you.
Theater of the mind. It will lead you up the stairs. And as you can step out into the hallway, you can go as far as you can see.
Woohoo!
He leads you up the polished stairs, across fine rugged floors, and into a large open space. Lined with wooden benches, with a runner of red carpet down the heart of the room towards what looks to be a prayer table set up at the head. It looks strangely church-like, but he is very solemn and quiet when he turns to you, Brynn, and looks at you for only a moment before his eyes drop. And I will be with you in just a moment. I need to go prepare your room.
Alright, no problem. We will
Please
wait here.
abide your time here, yes. And he
Alright.
leaves.
Bye. We're gonna walk into the room more. Kind of listen to our feet echo as we go. And take a look around the walls, the altar, the roof.
Mom's actually gonna stay in the doorway and just watch for now.
At the other end of this large building is a giant stained glass window that reaches from the very floor of the room, probably about 20 feet, to where the dome of the ceiling begins. And there doesn't seem to be any particular image, but just an overlay of colors and triangular patterns that create a very colorful and warm tapestry of light that just sort of spills over the main hall.
It is very
It looks
nice
like a
in here.
church, though, you said?
It feels a little churchy.
Have either of you ever been to a church?
Not like this, no.
Yeah,
This
never,
is not.
never.
This is not what I expected.
What
How long
about you
until we
two?
can wander?
Hmm?
No, oh, Relm was just going, how long before I can wander away?
Well, I mean, we're coming from a monastery. Would we have seen anything like this, Kaylee?
Yeah, I'm also wondering that.
Yes, you would have seen a worship room like this. But it doesn't seem, especially given the stained glass tapestry you're looking at, it doesn't seem assigned to any one deity. It just looks like it's a worship room and it's bathed in the light from a colorful window.
I mean, we've seen worship rooms before, but this is different.
It is a little flashy for my tastes.
Me as well. Don't.
And a little. Yeah.
Do
It's
not
just flashy enough for me.
I
Just saying, if I was a god, I'd want a fancy temple.
we don't spend a whole lot of time talking about the gods where I come from, I suppose.
But that
There's-
being
there's-
said, there doesn't seem to be any god dedicated to this one. There's nothing.
Huh.
A general worship sort of establishment, temple. I would like before Klaus comes back, I would like to know where exactly she died. But I don't think that's in good taste to ask her brother.
That seems a little insensitive to ask.
Just
Perhaps.
a little bit.
We're
Right
learning
now.
Realm.
We gain
Well-
the social graces.
While they're having this conversation, I'm going to walk up to the altar and I'm going to put my hands down on it.
Okay.
And that's where I'm going to stay.
Are any, just, I'm sorry if this is kind of a personal question. It just feels right since we're in someone's church. Are any of you I mean, you two came from a monastery, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
The High Sanctuary it's a monastery and it's many things, but yes. I can't say that I particularly adhere to one, but we learned of many.
Oh, that is fair. I'm just curious.
I I would not say that I really worship him. However, I like to pay my respects to Ryotza when I can.
That is fair.
My people don't really follow any gods or not follow any gods. It's not something that we really talk about much.
My I guess a handful of people where I came from were fond of paying their respects to certain gods or goddesses. I don't think there was any set one, but a lot of people tended to gravitate towards Nalai. So
But you do not?
no, I do, but Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you
What?
said that there's light coming in through the window.
Yes.
Is that coming from a? Oh, through the light seen at the bottom.
It just seems to be coming from the outside.
Relm's gonna wander the room, and he's just kind of looking around. He's gonna see if there's any other rooms adjacent to this one, or just like only the main and the main like hallway that they came from. If there's, he's really just looking for anything that catches his eye.
In the main room?
In, no, he actually is gonna go into the church room and try not to disturb Brynn, but
Okay.
To
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I think I'm
While
great
he's
at that.
doing that, I'm going to take a moment to sit on my knees. And I'm going to kind of hesitantly reach into my side satchel and I'm going to pull out my harp. And I'm going to kind of sit back on my heels. And then I'm going to start playing a little tune on my harp that I remember from my dreams. And I'm going to just play for a little bit there and kind of listen to the echo of it in that room.
I got a 12 for investigation.
So as Brynn's harp fills the room, and the sound very much echoes here, even your voices as you speak ricochet off the walls, and you can hear yourselves almost as if it were more than an echo. Relm, as you start to poke around the room and investigate, by your count, there should be, like, the O'Dowds were gone for quite some time. And though a steward here, a steward was here, you don't. It seems a little strange how clean the place is.
It's
Not a
gonna
speck
mention.
of dust or dirt.
Does gonna say that does anyone notice how clean it is when they were not supposed to have had many people in here as of recently? He's gonna like do that like line against like one of like the bench pews and see if the dust comes up on his finger.
Absolutely spotless.
Like show it like as if you guys can see the lack of dirt on his finger.
They did mention that they cleaned the place, scrubbed it clean before the dignitaries arrived.
If there were people missing, seems very strange.
Does seem a little strange.
I do not understand why dignitaries coming from other parts trump a murder investigation. Could they not have put them somewhere else in town? Maybe not as fancy as this estate, but again, I would think a murder investigation would be more important in preserving whatever evidence there may be.
I do remember there being a great deal placed on not mentioning anything that might smear the reputation of the city, so maybe that's part of it. If they, can't put the fancy people in the fancy temple, it might ruffle feathers elsewhere.
It doesn't stop for the rich and powerful.
That also.
True.
Should I go see what I can find? And he's gonna look to Vaughn mostly.
Sorry, one more time?
Do you think I should go see what I can find?
Actually, yeah.
He's gonna put his hood on and try to sneak away back into the hall.
But before he goes, Solace kind of leans forward and touches his shoulder and gives him bardic inspiration and says, be careful.
Ooh, what does that do? Thank you.
It's an extra 1d6 to any ability check, attack roll. Just about anything you can roll. Extra 1d6, and you can decide to use it after you roll.
Oh, amazing.
And you get it for 10 minutes if you don't use it, so.
Okay. That's amazing.
Alright, so you throw up your hood. Solace gives you a little bout of inspiration. Where are you going?
Let's pull up the map again. I am gonna go to my right. The right. Everyone's right.
I mean, you can move yourself, so you
I
can
know,
tell
sorry,
me.
my can't win. I don't know. Down the hall.
On the
Alright.
meantime, we'll sit.
Yep.
Darby just immediately
Hey,
teleports
yep.
across the room to a chair.
It's like one of those when a game glitches a little bit and you just T-poses before just sitting.
Vaughn will
So-
also listen for the tune, and if it's something that has a melody that is consistent, he might pull out his pan flute and play along.
So, the pair of you, could you give me performance checks?
Sure.
Absolutely.
I half hope you guys both get like natural ones.
Wow. Fuck you. That's rude.
Solace is
Pling,
not
pling.
getting
What
in
is my
the...
performance looking like? That's not great. Well, what is this? It is a 6, so I got 7.
Oh no.
Oh.
Close to a 1. It's very similar in shape.
Yo, what up, natural 20?
So
For a
Brynn is
22.
playing, consistent and soft and quite lovely melody, and you try and listen.
Yeah.
And pick up on it. But unfortunately, it's just kind of like your little cousin picked up their soda pop bottle and just started kind of like there is a decent attempt there, but it's just not. It's an attempt. The spirit is there. The execution is strangely lacking
moment he
in
sends-
confidence for Vaughn.
Yeah. The moment he senses that he's not on beat, he's just gonna stop. He's gonna be like, all right, you know what? Not today.
Solace takes a step forward and gently pats Vaughn's back, and she says, "It's okay. You'll get better if you practice."
Thanks. Quietly, I've been doing it for years, but thanks.
Well, there's 4 years.
There's always next year, kiddo.
Maybe next year.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, Relm, in the meantime, you've gone all the way down the rightmost hall, and it's very quiet still. It doesn't seem like.
I'm gonna go pee, bareback.
Despite the talk of dignitaries, that the whole place still seems very empty. You pass by the first room, which is just another open space, carpeted, but the carpet runs into a stone statue, polished just as vigorously to give it an almost marble sheen. And the final room, as you skirt past that, seems to be rather bare, save for a few benches and a door, not unlike the one you entered through, but much smaller.
Oh yeah, I'm going for the door.
Okay.
But for as much good as it's gonna do me, I'm good. Before I actually open the door, I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh boy, what this time? Okay, let's do this one. Don't fuck me! Don't fuck me! Don't fuck me! You fucked me! Fuck you! That's a. What was I doing for? Investigation?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so it's 5.
Okay. So you approach the door and give it a good old once over.
Doing great.
Take out your tools, just kind of poke at it a bit, but seems like a relatively safe door.
Gonna try to open it.
You open the door.
Can I open the door stealthily? Like, open it just a little bit and, like, peek in first, just make sure this. I'm not about, like, throwing the door open and there's, like, 10 people in there or something.
You sure can. As you stealthily open the door and poke your head through, you find a stone balcony.
Overlooking just the, like, courtyard or something, or.
It's overlooking a rather bare patch of grass before it leads out into the wall and the town square beyond it.
Alright. What's the stone statue of?
So
sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the stone statue in the last room. Yeah, not the room that he's currently in. He's, like, backtracking to the other room
Again,
that had...
you can control it.
Oh my... I'm not actually moving it, I was just talking.
No.
Okay, yeah. Stone statue. What's it of?
Go ahead and make a religion check.
Wait. Religion. That's 13.
Okay. So you approach the statue, and it is, though taller than you, the figure is stocky and short, broad with the build of a dwarf. They have a hood up and a stone cloak billowing out behind them. They have a bow and arrow pulled taut in their hand, pointing up at the sky. It's a female, her face twisted in this frozen battle cry, and these tight braids, like carved into the stone, flying out from her like she had just spun. But you don't know who it is.
So can you tell me one more time about her expression?
It's like frozen in a war cry.
And the, like, whatever she's wearing was, like, billowing out, sort of like she was, like...
She's wearing what seems to be like, it's a stone statue, but a full suit of armor, and she's wearing a cloak with the cape of it billowing out behind her. Like she'd been frozen in this moment where she turned.
Okay. I'm going to control my character. And are those stairs that go up, or did we go up these stairs to get to where we are
Came up
now?
those stairs, so they
Okay.
go back down towards the main door.
Then I'm gonna go other direction now.
Okay. So you wander back in the other direction, and you find a room that matches the first you passed, though the statue seems different at a glance, and 2 closed doors on either side of you.
First, I'm gonna go to the statue.
Okay. Make another religion check.
I have to head out. I have to go to Walmart and get an alarm clock so I can be up in time for the morning now.
I was
I
gonna.
have to get there before they close.
The end is real close.
Okay, I'll hang around.
Like no more than probably 5 minutes.
19 for a.
This one probably because of your training. This one is a little more familiar to you. It is a kenku, crouched down, again hooded, but their cloak is sort of enveloping them and hiding them. You can see the shape of like that raven-like beak, and from just under their cloak, they have 2 daggers held up at the ready, and the edges of their beak curled into a big smile. You do recognize this, and it is the avatar of Mioru the Liar, the god of illusion, misdirection, and trickery.
Miaru the liar. Okay. I'm gonna go check out the 2 rooms now. Going back to the map. The one first on the right.
So as you start to head further down the hall after examining this somewhat familiar statue, you hear the footsteps, soft but quick and quiet, heading up the stairs behind you. You go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Very saving. Okay. 15.
Okay. You have time to react. You hear footsteps coming behind you. What are you doing?
Like he's coming up the steps. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go and hide right here behind the statue.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, yeah, no. I'm gonna do that. I should
Go
have
ahead and
ducked in.
give me.
Decide whether to duck into the room or not. Yeah, no, yeah, okay.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
19.
Okay. You believe you're hidden. So you have tucked away behind the statue of the Kenku. And meanwhile, Klaus has returned up the stairs and goes into the doorway where most of you are sitting and politely waiting. And he scans the 4 of you, and there's a concerned expression that crosses his face. And he very quietly says, I thought it went without saying that you weren't meant to wander.
I'm gonna come out now and like try to come up behind him and be like, hey, I couldn't find a bathroom.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
I don't know what dice to use because they've honestly all not. Well, I mean, I just got a 19, but they've mostly all been bad. Hang on, wait, let me roll this. Deception, you said, right?
Yes.
Deception 10.
So he turns to look at you as you approach, saying what you do. And his expression just seems to furrow a little bit more, and he looks you up and down, and then just kind of seems to shrug it off. Well, if the good Lady Brynn is ready, so is her room. And if you would follow me, there are some guests that have actually asked to meet you. And as he leads you back down the stairs into the main foyer, we are gonna end here because a lot of us have early mornings. I super have to pee.
Yeah.
And we'll pick back up with a proper investigation of the estate in 2 weeks' time.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Yes,
Good
thank
night,
you,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good luck, Ethan.
Good luck.
Got this, baby girl.